Josh Dickey here, Sculpt Fitness Training Gym. Back to you after that episode of Sculpt Fitness TV. I want to just real quickly show you some. I talked about strengthening your core through functional exercise. For those of you who are sitting in at desk jobs all day, when I say some of these terms, I know some people definitely have questions about what are some functional movements, what is this, what is that. I know people can type it into Google, but I figure right now I'll just throw in a couple. When I say functional movement to strengthen the core, some ways we're going to do that is by having some, incorporating some overhead pressing, which is going to help strengthen the core. With the dumbbells, we're also going to focus on a couple other different movements where we're going to be doing some lunging patterns and things like that. So I'm just going to go over a few exercises with a kettlebell and with some dumbbells to show you how we can strengthen the core through some functional movement. So we'll start with the dumbbells. What we can basically do is to work on some upper body movement. What we're going to do is an overhead press, and we're going to alternate the dumbbells. So from here, I'll give it a little bit of an angle. Those dumbbells are going to start the shoulder, and from here, we're going to be alternating those dumbbells up overhead. What we want to do is once we get it over the top of your head, just a light pause, so that way your body can stabilize that weight at your shoulder and also overhead. So when that weight's up here, when you're holding that dumbbell here and this dumbbell is above my head, you can definitely feel your core all the way through your abs and your lower back tightened, so you're going to be able to support this weight at your shoulder and over top of your head. So these alternating shoulder presses are a great exercise to throw in there for some functional core strength. Another one that you're going to be able to do is some lunging patterns, but only holding one dumbbell. Okay? What this is going to do is just holding this 25 pounds on one side is naturally going to cause my body to lean to the side with the weight. So what's going to happen is we want to keep our body nice and upright, okay? And so that way our core, hips, lower back, even and some of our glutes is going to be working hard to keep our body nice and upright. So we can take this into a lunge position. So we can take this into a forward lunge, okay, where you can do a few on each leg. You can switch hands. So now we're working on both sides of your body, okay? And you can also do it in reverse position. So you're going to hold the dumbbell just in one hand, but then go into a reverse lunge position. Same thing, you switch hands, reverse lunge. So those are two, examples of what functional movement would look like incorporating, full body strength training as opposed to just laying on the ground doing crunches. For those of you who have access to kettlebells, if you're using kettlebells, it's a fantastic tool. It's really what we use the majority of the time here at the Sculpt Fitness Training Gym. So I'm just going to show you some basic moves that are really good for strengthening the core and the posterior chain, like your glutes, hamstrings, and also your hips. So you have your basic kettlebell swings, which are really going to do a lot of strengthening in your hips and your glutes and also your abs. Okay, so that's an example of some functional weight training that's going to strengthen the core. Also, pretty much any movement that you're going to do with the kettlebell is going to be good for strengthening the core. Whether it be a swing, whether you're starting from the ground, going into a clean and press, whether you're doing a clean and press from a swing, anytime that weight's going to be up over top of your head with one arm, there's going to be some stabilization in your core and some strengthening in that core. So those are some great examples, with the kettlebell, like I said, some swings and some clean and press on each side to where all the way through the movement, from the ground, okay, to the shoulder, you're going to be using core throughout that entire movement, and especially into that press and then the stabilization of that kettlebell at the top. So those are just some examples. You can incorporate those into your workout if you have the access to these tools or you're looking for examples of what I'm talking about. But in the last video, I was talking about strengthening the core through functional resistance training and full body workouts. So those are just some examples of some exercises that we incorporate into our workouts here at the Sculpt Fitness Training Gym in order to strengthen people's core through those full body workouts. So again, any questions, send me an email, info@sculptfitnesstraining.com. Drop a comment on the blog, sculptfitnesstraining.com. I hope this information is very helpful for people. Our main goal here for for those desk job people, get up out the chair and get in and get moving and start to incorporate some of this into your workout. So down the road, you're going to be a stronger, more comfortable person. So later.